Item. Whoa. All right. This is good. I'm surprised at this too. Okay, appraised value on this next bracelet, $1,170. This is Kingman Turquoise. There are 24 available, 5 monthly payments of about $120. Our usual price is going up, if any are left, it's $629. We just popped this fall price on this. This is the biggest cuff we've had. And we've had some big cuffs. And just to throw into the mix, we took the $30 off. You know, is that gonna make or break your decision? Probably not, but every little bit helps. Yeah, that's grandpa right there. That is the big one. What do you think? I just dropped something, sorry, don't worry about that. What do you think about this?
This is just, it blows my mind away. When I was looking at this, I was thinking, oh my God, this would be a unisex piece. And the way it is made, the hand craftsmanship that's on there. Just like how you said just a while ago, when you cook for someone, you give them that love in it. And the artisan hair did the same thing too as well. And when you wear a piece like this, it gives you that natural high, makes you happy. And especially if it's one that you were looking at, but then you go around looking at other pieces of jewelry, but you kept thinking about that one piece, this is the one piece that I would get.
Yeah, it taps you on the shoulder and it's relentless.
I mean, I was looking at the picture of it a while ago, but
look at this.
Now looking at it in person, it's different. It's just wow.
That's a cuff. Now we have a small medium and we have medium large. Here's, oh boy, oh, Jennifer. Yummy, look at that. That is like the wedding cake of turquoise cuff bracelets right there. That is royalty. Tell us again about the symbol around each one of those cabochons, if you would.
That would be the stars, the stars that I've mentioned before. A lot of the Navajo silversmiths would incorporate stars into their jewelry making because they come from the stars. Their ancestors come from the stars. They call themselves the Dene. And for the people, for the Navajo people, they like to look up to the stars and know where their ancestors came from, because there was a story a long time ago that they say as when all the humans had come together, the animals had come together, they were all talking about how they would go, walking upon the earth, and the most impatient animal that was there was the coyote. And so the healers were coming together and talking amongst each other and thinking how, their process of life would go. The coyote was just too impatient, so he ran over to the blanket that they were sitting on. And so the healers and the ancestors that were there, he pulled the blanket out from under him. And then so as he did that, he flung them high into the sky. And so the healers and the ancestors became a part of the stars.